day after Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown called on Congress to extend temporary protected status for hundreds of thousands of Haitian nationals in the U.S., we are hearing from members of the local Haitian community. A federal judge ordered the release of a Spokane immigrant after he was detained last summer. The latest we know tonight.
More of the same the next few days. Patchy dense fog in the morning and a little sun as temperatures climb in the afternoon.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. A day after Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown called on Congress to extend temporary protected status for hundreds of thousands of Haitian nationals in the U.S., including roughly 500 here in Spokane, we are hearing from members of the Haitian community. Those protections were slated to end yesterday, but a federal judge stepped in and blocked the administration's move. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy joining us live tonight from the newsroom with more. Connor?
Well, this is the letter Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown sent to Congress asking temporary protection status, or TPS, be reinstated for people of Haitian descent who are trying to become a U.S. citizen. I spoke with the head of a local nonprofit who told me this entire situation is making the people they serve worried.
I'm Haitian, but I was living in Dominican Republic because I was kidnapped back in my country.
Katia Jasmine describes the harrowing experience she went through in her home country of Haiti before immigrating to the United States. She says it led to her becoming a citizen, as well as the executive director of Creole Resources in Spokane. It's a nonprofit designed to help members of the Haitian community also become citizens. Out of the 600 people of Haitian descent Jasmine says live in Spokane, roughly 100 of them are facing a loss of legal protection. President Donald Trump ordered temporary protection status, or TPS, be removed for Haitian immigrants. A federal judge blocked the order, which would have gone into effect this week. Jasmine says the temporary order caused fear and anxiety for the people she serves.
With everything that's going on with the administration attacking the Haitian community, our people, they don't feel safe.
As of now, the temporary protection status has not been extended for the people who need it. Now, Jasmine's in Olympia advocating for lawmakers to support it be reinstated, arguing it makes it more difficult for the people she serves to go through the immigration process.
Right now, they're not even let people get their U.S. citizenship.
Yesterday, Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown sent a letter to Senators Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell, as well as Representative Michael Baumgartner, urging them to support extending TPS. Her letter emphasizes if it's not extended, lives will be put at risk and families will be torn apart. Jasmine says she is grateful for the support and hopes it eventually leads to policy aimed at making more people she serves to become permanent citizens like herself.
We need them to extend it, or if they don't want to extend, if they can offer those people a different way to get their residence or citizenship.
Jasmine says it's unclear where folks relying on TPS go from here and urges anyone who can support them to do so. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
All right, Connor, thank you. Let's switch gears and talk weather right now with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. He is joining us from the Outdoor Weather Center. Jeremy, another foggy start to the day today, but you're saying soon maybe we'll see less of that fog.
I think so. Check it out. It looks pretty clear right now, even on the South Hill, where you can see a little bit of that moisture in the atmosphere. Things aren't too socked in. A little bit of a change. 42 degrees where we currently sit. And remember, if your dew point and your temperature are within 4 degrees of each other, that's when you have that chance of getting fog. They're within 2 degrees right now, and wind out of the north at 6 miles per hour is dying down. And so with our temperatures and dew points close together and wind dying down and the sun going down, it is very, very, very likely that as our temperatures once again dive back into the 30s, notice that's lower than the dew point, and your temperature can't drop lower than the dew point, so our dew point's going to drop as well. That means we're getting fog tomorrow morning. That's a very complicated way of saying that. Tomorrow morning, waking up to visibility down to about 1/4 mile, even less in some areas, especially out in central Washington. By tomorrow afternoon, we should see more sun. Very similar to what we did today. It maybe just happens a little bit quicker because we got rid of some of that moisture in the low atmosphere today. By Thursday, I think we see enough sun that we climb to near 50 degrees. Friday, a mix of clouds and sun, and temperatures trending just a little bit cooler ahead of a round of rain that hits this weekend.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the broadcast tonight. New tonight, a federal judge has ordered the release of a Spokane immigrant who was detained last June. The judge finding he was wrongfully detained in violation of his Fifth Amendment rights. KREM 2's Christian Garza has been going through court documents all day and shares the very latest.
Torres is back in Spokane tonight after spending 7 months at the Northwest ICE Processing Center in Tacoma. Now, Torres was one of the 2 men detained last summer, which led close to 2,000 protesters taking to the streets here at Washington and Cataldo. Now, documents show Torres entered the U.S. in 2024 and was granted paroled entry. Last week, the court found that the Department of Homeland Security unlawfully re-detained him without considering his individual circumstances. The ruling states DHS's actions violated both the Fifth Amendment's Due Process Clause and the Administrative Procedure Act. An analysis in the documents states all persons, regardless of their immigration status, are entitled to due process under the Fifth Amendment. Shelley O'Quinn, who is close to Torres, says although he isn't ready to speak just yet, she wants to thank everyone who has helped make this outcome a reality.
We are just all incredibly grateful for the community and for the village that came around to support them.
The court noted that DHS failed to provide evidence that Torres was a danger to the community or a flight risk. Now, although a judge signed off on Torres' release last Thursday, he still might have to return to court because he petitioned for asylum and that was denied back in October. He has since appealed that decision and he's waiting to hear back. In Spokane, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
All right, Christian, thank you. In other news tonight, renters in Spokane will have access to new eviction prevention program this summer. The Spokane City Council passed the ordinance 5-2 last night. It is called the Pathway for Eviction Diversion Program and is designed to streamline the process for tenants to get the money needed to prevent eviction. This means once a landlord sends an eviction notice, a tenant has 5 days to send them a written notice to participate in the program and go over their available options. Supporters share this would help tenants who do not know that what housing assistance they qualify for. However, those against it say the delays could impact landlords.
Those programs do exist to help people, and it is to try to get the money through so that the landlords can get paid, but it can be hard to find that information.
For many small rental housing providers, delays like this is not theoretical. A few months without rent can be the difference between keeping the property and having to sell it.
There are exceptions to this ordinance if there are health and safety risks, a threat of harm, or criminal activity. The program is set to go into effect coming up on June 1st. All right, still ahead tonight, major developments out of Washington, D.C. concerning the partial government shutdown. After the break, we look at the actions lawmakers took today. And later, we talk to local casinos about the impacts that they are expecting to see in sports betting as the Seahawks gear up for Super Bowl 60.